Hey everyone, so today's video is the first update for the Handmaid's Tale project pan. This is a collaboration with the Fantastic Ladies collab group on Facebook, and I really love doing collaborations with them. It's so much fun to do project pans with a community and also follow along with the other people that are participating in it. Sorry if you see some like weird lighting. The sun is coming in through the window, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. So basically this project is based off of the TV show The Handmaid's Tale, and there is a prompt for each character. So I will just be going through the characters. I'm not going to go into depth about the specific characters just because I did that in the intro. It was a little bit of a longer video. So if you want to see like the whole in-depth concept of this project and also the whole explanation of all these characters, make sure you go back and watch the intro, and it would also make a lot more sense to start from the intro. So I will have all of the details for this project and the creator of this project listed down below in the description box. The creator is Kim, who is Teacher Loves Beauty here on YouTube. So make sure you go check her out and all the other people that are also participating in this project. But let's just go ahead and get straight into this update. So the first character is Ofred, and this is the most important product in your makeup routine. So for this I had to choose a cream blush just because basically every time I apply makeup I have to apply a cream blush, even if that's the only face product I end up applying. So I chose one of my Salt New York blushes, and the color that I chose is the shade Spice. So I have made some really good progress on this, and I mean, I was expecting to pretty easily make a good dip in here. I'm not sure how well you can see that. I will also insert photos, but it's probably easier to see here that dip. So like I said, this is the shade Spice. It's just a really pretty, warm, a little bit brighter of a blush. It's not super bright. It just gives that really nice sort of spicy effect to your cheeks, as the name would suggest. So I do really love this shade. It's pretty easy for me to use this almost every day. So that is how I've gotten so much use out of it. And I do just use this with my finger, you can probably tell. But I am really glad with the progress that I made on this. I feel like it still will take me a few more months to hit pan on this. This is a 9-month project, so I did set a little bit more trickier goals because I know I have the 9 months to work on these products. And technically it isn't a rolling project pan, but I feel like once I start finishing off my goals with some of these products, I might end up rolling in new products, just depending. But I am also starting with 10 products in this project, so I would be okay with having like less products in this project at once. So we'll just see how it goes. And I feel like this, like I said, will take me a few more months to hit pan on. So some of my goals will take me a while and maybe take me through this whole project. So we'll just see how it goes each update, whether I want to roll in any new products, but it's not technically a rolling project pan. I did end up using this Spice shade 15 times, so that is pretty good progress with a month's use, because I'm also working on a few other blushes and cream blushes as well in other projects. So I'm glad I was able to get so much use out of this. And I do just tend to sort of favor my Salt New York creams over other creams in my collection. The next character we have is the Commander, and this is a product that will give you the most points in Scrabble. For this, I chose one of my NYX Cosmetics glosses. This is one of their butter glosses, and I chose the shade Fortune Cookie just because I feel like I haven't used this one much. And my goal, I think, was to finish off some of this. I don't really remember what I said in the intro, to be honest. But I think I wanted to almost finish this or get down to a certain point here, but you really can't see through this packaging and it doesn't really settle in the bottle. So I feel like I won't be able to see through it until I'm almost done with it. I also have only used this 3 times since the intro. So I was considering decluttering this just because I don't reach for it. It is a very pale color. So this is like a good gloss if I want to sort of lighten up a lip color a little bit, which what I have on my lips today is a darker lip liner. It's actually the shade Bourbon from Jacqueline Cosmetics, which I really love because it's a really nice neutral shade. But I put this over top and that is how I wore it, because I feel like since it's like a little bit of a darker lip line, it would pair well with this like lighter gloss over top to sort of give that dimension to my lips, which I do really love the way it looks. I just feel like I had to I didn't force myself to wear it, but that's like one of the only combos I see myself actually reaching for this gloss. So I feel like I won't reach for this very often, and I have other glosses in my collection that can sort of give me the same effect, which now I'm sort of talking myself into decluttering this gloss. So I feel like I kind of want to roll another NYX Butter Gloss into this project instead of this one. Initially, I was going to give myself like another month with this Fortune Cookie gloss, but I think I'm just going to roll it out now because I've only gotten 3 uses out of it, and I will actually declutter this gloss. But the gloss I want to roll in again is another NYX Butter Gloss. This is specifically the shade Angel Food Cake, and it is just a really pretty berry shade, so I think this would go well for this time of year and also for with other products that I have in projects. So it's just a really pretty berry shade. It is a little bit more on the deeper side, but again, you can sheer these glosses out or make them a little bit more pigmented depending on what type of look you want. I think with this one, I'm just gonna work on it for all 9 months. If I finish it, that would be great. So I guess technically my goal is to finish this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, I guess now in 8 months. So like these glosses I know take really long to go through, and they don't really start to show windowing until you're almost done with them. I feel like I've never finished one of these glosses, but I have so many of them in my collection, so I would like to start to go through them. And even if I just use this for 9 months and get some use out of it and don't finish it off, I'll still be okay with that, because I feel like by the end of this project, I will be pretty close to finishing this. So this is the one that I'm going to roll in instead for this prompt. The next character is Serena Joy, and this is a product that saves your makeup routine. For this one, I rolled in my Milani Supercharged Dewy Primer, which is one I'm almost finished with. If I hold it up to the light, I can kind of see it's like getting pretty empty. So I feel like this will be done by the next update. And there are a couple of these that are sort of gimme products. Actually, this is probably like one of the only ones. But I feel like once I roll this out, I probably won't roll in another one unless I just roll in another hydrating primer. And I rolled this one in because it saves my makeup routine as a primer. I definitely need to have a hydrating primer underneath my makeup, or else my skin is just really dry and my makeup doesn't go on as well. So once I finish this one off, again, like I said, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna roll in a new one, but I feel like this will be done by the next update. And I did use this 18 times, so I use it pretty much every time I apply makeup, so this won't be a problem to finish. Next up is the character Nick, and this is a product that drives you crazy. So for this, I kind of thought of this in like a good way, like a product that drives you crazy that you're just obsessed with. So this is from Fawn Beauty. All of the writing actually rubbed off of it. So that's kind of sad that it just is like a plain tube now. But I did make a lot more progress on this than I thought I was going to. It is just like a really pretty tinted gloss product. It's almost like an oil gloss type of hybrid, and it just gives your lips a really shiny effect, and it looks so beautiful. So I initially marked my marking right here at this spot, and I wanted to get down to the top of the logo, which I can still kind of see in the right light. So the logo is right here and the top of it is right here. So I did make it down that far. I'm actually like way farther than that. I'm about to here. So sorry this is hard to see. I couldn't really mark this bottle. Basically, I am down to here right now, and I started off right here. So I have way surpassed my goal. And when I passed that goal, I was thinking I just wanted to completely finish this off, but it is a newer product to my collection, so I feel like I don't want to finish it right now. I'd rather work on some other lip products, and I do have a bunch of other lip products already in projects, so I'm just gonna roll this one out for now. I'm not gonna roll anything new in, so we will have 9 products in this project from now on, at least for now. And I did use this 32 times. Those uses probably aren't accurate though, because I was just reapplying this throughout the day as my lip balm. So 32 uses I feel like is a lot less than I actually ended up wearing it. I probably hit my goal in about 32 uses because I feel like after I hit my goal, I just kind of stopped tracking it. So it didn't take me super long to reach my goal with this. Like I said, I was just applying it a bunch of times every day as a lip balm. So it was really easy to go through this and hit my goal on this. So I feel like I may just like naturally end up finishing this off. So I don't want to keep it in this project. I just want to roll it out and make sure I'm getting use out of my other lip products as well. Next up is the character Moira, which the prompt was a product that is a close friend. So for this, I chose my Becca, Chloe, and Malika face palette. This product I chose as like a close friend because I really, really love this palette. I love every shade in here. And usually I don't reach for face palettes because I can't reach for every single shade. But I really, really love the formula of these as well. They are baked products, so they take forever to go through. I've used this palette so much and it looks like barely even used. You can definitely tell I've used the bronzer the most probably, or that's probably just because you use like bronzer the most, like because you use it almost all over your face rather than a blush or a highlight. I've also used this highlight a ton. I really, really like it. And these two blushes as well, I've used quite a bit. So my goal with this is just to hit 50 uses. Obviously, I'm not really going to be able to hit pan on any of them. And I have used this 9 times so far, so I do see this being in for a few more months. Probably not until the end of this project, but pretty close to the end. So again, with these products, that's why I want to set a little bit higher usage goals, because I wanted to work on them for the majority of the project. So I just really, really love this palette and I end up naturally reaching for it anyways. So I thought this would be a fun one to roll in because I don't really see this going out of my collection anytime soon, and it is definitely one of my favorite face palettes. Next up is the character Luke. I'm really sorry about this like window lighting situation if this is really distracting for you, but this is a product that you are considering decluttering. So I chose my Appeal holographic lip gloss for this one, and this one I was gonna declutter, but I decided to just go through it instead. I wanna just finish it off instead of decluttering it, but I don't know, I just kind of have to force myself to use it, and I don't really enjoy using it. Like, I'd rather use the other lip products I have in my collection that I actually enjoy, especially because I do have so many of them. So I almost just want to declutter this, but then I like wouldn't really know what to roll in for this category because obviously I don't really keep products in my collection that I'm thinking of decluttering. Like I'm able to pretty quickly make a decision on whether or not I want to declutter a product. And if I'm thinking of decluttering a product, I don't really have to like use it for 9 months to figure out whether I actually want to declutter it or not. I did also get this gloss in BoxyCharm, so I feel like it's not as like valuable to me because I didn't want it or I didn't purchase it. So I guess I will just keep this in this project and see how much I use it and maybe declutter it at the end of this project. I don't necessarily want to just keep this gloss in my collection to keep it in this project though. Let me know what you think I should do down below in the comments because I'm kind of stuck with this product. Like, I know I'm not really going to use it very much, but I did end up using it 5 times in 1 month. So like I said, I don't reach for this very often. It is also holographic, so I usually apply this only when I'm wearing makeup because when it wears off, it leaves like glitters behind on your lips. So anyways, I guess I'll just keep this in this project for now. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Next up is Aunt Lydia, and this is a product you had to train yourself to use. So for that one, I chose my RMS Living Luminizer Glow Quad, and this was just in my monochromatic project pan. So that is kind of why I put this in here, because when I first rolled it into my monochromatic project pan, I was kind of struggling to reach for it and just sort of forgetting to use it. So this is one I kind of did have to train myself to reach for. I don't know why, maybe because it's just a little mini, but it's also like a palette of 4 different shades. I do also really love every shade in here, so it's not like I don't like these. I do really, really love this palette. but I don't know why I just wasn't reaching for it. But now I have been reaching for it a ton, and you can probably tell by my progress photos. I am trying to hit pan on this shade right here, and there is a pretty big dip going in there, especially compared to how it was before I rolled it in. It was pretty like flat, hadn't been used very much, but now there's definitely a dip going in there. I feel like I could hit pan on this definitely in the next few months, way before the finale for this project. I feel like it might be hit by next update, but that might be stretching it a little bit. So I feel like definitely in the next few months, but I have definitely made some good progress on this. So I'm really happy with the progress that I made on it. And I did use this 21 times since the last update. So basically every single time I applied makeup, which I guess now I have sort of trained myself to reach for this because I do reach for it pretty much every day. Next up, we have Flowers, which is a product that has a flower in the name, in the product, in the packaging, just related to a flower in some way. So this is the Milani lip gloss in the shade Soft Rose, which this one before I rolled in, I really hadn't used at all. It was pretty much brand new, but it had been like sitting in my collection for months and months. I feel like I don't love this formula. I don't really understand the hype of it, to be honest. But I feel like this is one of their cream finishes, so it's not one of their like sparkly ones that might be a little less opaque. So I feel like, I don't know if like the formulas are any different, but I might like a different shade in this better. But it is a pretty thick gloss. It is comfortable on the lips and it's not super sticky, but it's just kind of like almost thick in a way. And I have been getting into more like lip gloss oil type of products that are a lot thinner on the lips and more nourishing. This is nourishing and it feels nice on the lips, but it's just like a little bit thick and almost too opaque for my liking. So I will keep this in this project and continue to use it, but it's not my favorite. And I did reach for this 8 times, which isn't bad. I do have a bunch of lip products in projects right now because I'm also doing my Project 5 Uses Lip Product Edition project. So I have been sort of enjoying this for like when I want this specific type of shade and color, but it's just not my favorite gloss formula. And with this one, I think my goal was to get it down to this logo. I'm not really sure where it's at right now. I will try to let it sit and see if I can see if it settles at all. I feel like it's still pretty full, so there might not really be any progress on this. I don't really know if my goal will continue to be to get it down to this logo because that feels like it would take forever, because I also only need like a tiny bit of this because I feel like it is really opaque and almost thick. So I'm not sure if I will actually hit that goal or just end up getting like a ton of use out of it. The next prompt is for the Handmaid's Red, and this is a product that was a sin to buy or it was expensive. And I did purchase some of these Kosas Globe, or not Globe, Globe is one of the shades, but this is their 10-second eyeshadow. These are actually being discontinued. This is in the shade Supreme. This was their like little trio set that came with Globe, Supreme, and another like silver shade. And I got it actually because I got a credit for buying samples on the Kosas website. So I got 3 of these for like $6 when normally they're usually I think like $24 each or something ridiculous, maybe $28. So I did purchase these sort of on a whim because I wanted to try something with my credit, and I was sort of like sucked in by the hype, but I do really like these liquid eyeshadows. Another reason I kind of see this as like a sin to buy is because I don't really reach for liquid shadows unless they're in projects. But this is definitely a very unique formula, so I'm glad to have it in my collection. And the shade Supreme is more of like an orange gold type of shade. The shade Globe is more copper and bronzy, which is one I would naturally reach for a little bit more, which is why I rolled this shade into this project. But I did end up reaching for this 9 times, which is pretty good, especially in a month. I do want to reach for this 30 times in total, so I feel like it will take me still a few more months to hit that goal. But I don't want to like force myself to use this every day instead of really high use goal, because I'd rather just like almost naturally use it and still hit that use goal. Like kind of just putting it in this project to remind myself that I have it in my collection and to actually use it. So I am really happy with the progress that I made over the past month. With this product, like I said, I have 9 uses, so I'm almost a third of the way to my goal. So I don't think this will be in the project for the whole 9 months, which again, you can see a lot of these products I'm going to be rolling out almost probably like halfway through the project. So that's why I may sort of make this a rolling style project, or I may just do my finale really early if I end up hitting my goal with all of these products. I feel like because I do want to do so many projects this year, I may potentially end up doing that where I just do my finale a little bit earlier once I hit my goal with all of these products. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And then the last product, I feel like these updates tend to be really long just because right now I do have 10 products in here. This one is for the eyes, which this is just a product that is used on the eyes. And for that, I chose my Pat McGrath palette. I specifically wanted to hit pan in one of these shades, but Pat McGrath shades are really, really difficult to hit pan on. So I kind of just chose the easiest shade. With the sun, it's really hard to see, I'm sorry. But this is the shade that I chose. It's basically just like the highlighting shade. You can see a lot better in the update photos that I'm gonna insert into this video. So I have definitely made a really big dip in here, especially compared to what it looked like last month. So I'm really, really glad with the progress that I made. I feel like this will only end up taking me maybe one more month. Like I might have pan on this by the next update. If not, probably only like a couple more months. But I have been trying to still get use out of like these other shades as well and not just dip into this highlighting shade, even though that is what I do most of the time. I still have dipped into some of these other shades as well just because I love this palette so much. And when I have eyeshadow palettes and projects, I like to try to dip into all of the shades and not just focus on the one shade that I'm trying to hit pan on. So I have been really, really enjoying having this in this project just because I love this palette so much, which is why I rolled it into this project to get a little bit more use out of as well as hit pan on. So that is it for this update. I'm really happy with a lot of the progress I made. This lighting is getting so bad. I'm sorry if this was super distracting the whole video, but now I know this is not a good time to film. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this video and let me know your suggestions on what I should do for some of those products and this project in general. But I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I do post new videos 3 times a week. So if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.